Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Molina Berrios,
And I'm Samantha Moriera.
and our presentation will be the Peacekeepers Policy Abolishing Police slash Campus Security on LAUSD campuses.
This policy will abolish campus security and police from being present on campus for high schools in the Los Angeles School District. Our targeted population are students of color and students from communities that are system impacted. Many of these children have learning disabilities or histories of poverty, abuse, or neglect, and would benefit from additional educational and counseling services. Instead, they are isolated, punished, and pushed out. Problems and goals. We are challenging the school to prison pipeline by eliminating police and campus security off of high school campuses, thus trying to reduce the mental, emotional, and physical impacts and or attacks brought on by them. Our students feel unsafe, triggered, and disempowered. A study that was released in 2018 by West Ed found 27% of Black students, 15% of Latino, 15% of white, and 9% of Asian students reported in the survey that they did not feel safe with police and campus security on their campus. Our students lack other important and crucial resources due to low funding, but our goal is to reallocate the remaining funds towards a restorative justice program. American Civil Liberties Union has also been active in efforts to ban school police, issuing a report last year stating that 1.7 million students in the US attended schools with police but no counselors, found on edsource.org. The lives of our students are being affected. Listen to their voices. We need people on campus who are trusted, who care about us, who are helpful, who have relationships with us, said Camarine Brown, a senior at Crenshaw High School in Los Angeles Unified. Our students' lives are a priority. Ask yourself, what do they need? What is more important? And how can we improve their educational experience? Our policy would abolish school police and campus security entirely and allocate the 75 million into the Restorative Justice After School program for at-promise youth in LAUSD. By replacing campus police with ambassadors and peacekeepers from the community to keep the schools safe. The culture in which and how police are trained are not the same principles and values as protecting our students. Ambassadors and peacekeepers idea mirrors that of the Oakland School District. Their role would fulfill as mediators in a situation between students and another party if it were to arise. Qualifications for our program. Our prioritized target population are students of color and students who are system impacted, students who are sent out of class and are to the Office for Disciplinary Action, recommendation from counselors, and recommendations from working parents and guardians, thus replacing the ideology behind zero tolerance policy, such as immediate suspension and expulsion measures. Components of our program would include, but are not limited to, bias training for teachers and school staff, community organizing and service, mental health counselors, restorative justice talking circles, educational courses such as culture and socialization, ethnic studies, and community cultural wealth, professional development preparation, and college preparation. There is an existing policy where 25 million is already being used towards programs assisting Black students. The proposal of the idea by abolishing police campus security off of campus is that we'd be using all of the 75 million towards creating and improving restorative justice programs that will benefit impacted students of color. Our program emphasizes the importance of community input and participation by applying community members into the workforce by including community organizations to be within our program.
Costs and implementation. So here's the estimate of our policy. So the estimate of our policy will be about 50 million more compared to the current LAUSD policy of 25 million, which equates to 75 million. In a quote by the New York Times, Los Angeles approved a plan on Tuesday to cut the district's security force by a third joining a growing number of cities that have reduced the presence of police officers in school hallways. Divert 25 million to programs supporting students of color. So here are our rough estimates. In February, LAUSD eliminated a third of its police force from its school, which equated to 25 million, meaning that there is still $50 million left to invest in our policy proposal. 25 million will stay towards the program to help Black students, 2 million towards bias training for teachers and staff, 20 million towards counseling and mental health services, 30 million towards organizational/community advocacy, 10 million towards educational courses such as culture and socialization, ethnic studies, community cultural wealth, and finally, 15 million towards college and professional preparation. The added 50 million will go to a restorative justice program that will be administered by community organizations that specialize in the school to prison pipeline. In doing so, it brings a community aspect into LAUSD schools, which would lead to more trust between the community and LAUSD's educational policies. An evaluation of our policy. So we will monitor the progress of our policy by closely looking at the following: students' grade improvements, student participation in school activities, a monthly survey that students and teachers will fill out to receive input on the progress of the program, as it is important to involve educators within the process of monitoring our program. Monitor school attendance, graduation and retention rates, and monitor the rates of conflicts between students. And unintended consequences that may happen in the first trials of the program is where a small number of students may feel more room to misbehave because of less police presence. We are prepared, as we will have ambassadors and peacekeepers on hand in order to mediate situations that need involvement and to once again enforce a restorative justice approach to conflicts between students, and in order to reduce the number of criminalizations on LAUSD students. And here are our references.